Our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, which most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people will not feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it is in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give others permission to do the same. Excuse me. As we are liberated from our own fears, our presence automatically liberates others. Marianne Williamson. Hi, and hello, and welcome to everyone. My name is Michelle Simon, and I am the change. I started this in 2019, stating out loud I was breaking up with fear, I was breaking up with shame, and I was breaking up with guilt, followed by a weekly video. And you guys, I'm starting my 7th year of doing this. I have not missed 1 week of doing videos since 2019. And I have it on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And I don't have a lot of followers, and I don't have a whole lot of people who want to listen to what I have to say right now. And I totally get it. And I'm still working on like who my audience is and what I'm doing and what this path and journey has been like for me. It started originally, I wrote a song back in 2013. It was actually 2014. I wrote my first song that I ever wrote my whole life. And I didn't know anybody in the music business, and I didn't know anything about making a record or a song or anybody in the music business. I don't sing, I don't play an instrument. I was able to get it recorded, and I was able to get it in 437 Texas Roadhouse restaurants for the first time ever doing that. And I remember calling my brother saying, you know, I wrote a song and I played, and he's like, how did you do this? And I was like, it took me 5 months. He's like, 5 months? You know, his ex-wife's brother has been in the music business for 10 years. And he's like, they've never come up with anything like this. And I didn't know. I thought 5 months was a long time, but because I never did it before, I didn't know what's a long time, what's not a long time. So I've been posting videos of my journey since I've been breaking up with fear, shame, and guilt. I honestly believed that I was going to be a famous songwriter and that I would end up in the music business. But as time has gone on, I've realized that might not be the path for me right now. I realize the music business is very hard. Everything you're in is very hard. You know, anything worth doing and that I've done, it takes work. My thoughts are always, if I want to do something, I should be good at it right away. And if I'm not meant to do it. And it's funny because I went to line dancing today, and today is Thursday, February 6th. And I went line dancing, and I went to a beginner's class, and she was teaching dances, and there was one that was like really complicated, and I was like, this cannot be for beginners. And she's like, yes, it is. And I was just like, I don't want to do this. It's hard. And we did it, and I got part of it, but not all of it. And that's, you know what? I love to dance. I love to line dance, and I've been doing it for years, and it's still hard to learn new things. And when I'm uncomfortable with stuff, I don't want to do it. I usually I start off like, oh yeah, this is going to be great. And then I eventually stop. And what I keep realizing is I have to practice at everything. And I'm not going to be good at things just because I want to do them. And when I went to beauty school, I always wanted to be a hairdresser since I was 5 years old. Since I was a little girl, I always wanted to do hair. And when I got to beauty school, I couldn't even put a roller in somebody's head. And I used to cut people's hair without ever having a lesson. I can't even believe these people let me do it. But anyway, I had to learn how to do other things, and I wasn't good at it. But you know what? The more I did it, the better I got at it. And I ended up being a colorist, and I was great at it. However, even though I was a hair colorist and I was great at it, I hid. I hid my whole life. I did not want people to realize how good I was. If they knew how good I was, I would have to do more. I'd have to work harder. And I used having my son as a reason not to pursue what was my dreams and my happiness, because I thought his life was more important than mine. And what I've realized is all our lives are important. I wanted him to be happy, and I focused so much on him being happy. However, I wasn't happy. So I couldn't help my son be happy if I wasn't. So I wasn't giving him what I didn't have. And, you know, a lot of times I think we all try and give things that we don't have, and then get mad at people when they don't want to receive advice from somebody who hasn't gone through it themselves. And that's been my experience. I don't want to hear how to do things if you've never done it before. Like, I want to hear from the people who are doing what I'm doing and have been through this same experience. And the one thing I'm doing is, besides breaking up with fear, shame, and guilt, is putting myself out there for the world to see me. And this has been something that has been a long time coming, that I have worked on since I've been 18 years old. And a lot of times I didn't know that this was what I was working on. I was working on getting my voice back. I was working on public speaking. I was working on not picking up drugs and alcohol a day at a time. I was working on codependency, which, you know, what is codependency? Codependency is like cushioning the blow so somebody else doesn't feel the pain, and taking the pain on for somebody else. And actually, what we do when we do that, what I've done when I've done that, is I harm myself and I harm the other person. Because a lot of times I was fearful that if I spoke my truth and spoke up, somebody wouldn't like me anymore. They wouldn't love me anymore. They would reject me. But what I've realized is people who do like and love me want the best for me. They don't want me to do things that aren't right for me. They don't want me to do things that aren't uncomfortable for me. And I have to stop assuming that people know what those things are if I don't tell them. And it's funny, not funny. Today I was getting dressed for line dancing, and I was putting on my spandex, which now spandex hurts. That used to be my go-to clothing for relaxing. Now I wear like sweatpants and pants with a lot of elastine in them. I wear things that are comfortable, that I don't feel like I can't wait to get this off of me. I am no longer dressing like that. I am no longer doing that. I'm not willing to not be myself to make somebody else more comfortable. And if somebody is comfortable when I am not, they are not well. It's funny, not funny. Another thing, I was engaged to somebody who I love so much, and I was devastated when it didn't work out. And it was after I got divorced from my ex-husband, and I'm still getting over this. It's been over 5 years and my heart still hurts. But I wasn't making him better. I was getting sicker. And one of the things is he had road rage, and I didn't have road rage. However, when we were in the car together, he would yell at other people, and I would yell at him, yelling at other people. And then when we broke up, I had road rage. I didn't take his away. So I didn't make him better. I got worse. So this is your sign, signing off. Thanks to everyone for watching. Please stay tuned, stay safe, and I will see you all next week.